West Point, on the Hudson River north of New York City. It's been the home of the United States Military Academy and its Corps of Cadets since its founding in 1802. A surprising number of Americans, however, know very little about West Point, this national treasure that has been producing leaders of character for our nation, committed to the values of duty, honor, country for over 200 years. One group that has been extremely effective in changing that picture, carrying the story of West Point to the far corners of the nation and overseas, is the Cadet Glee Club, a wonderfully talented group of young men and women who serve as musical ambassadors for West Point, for the Army, for the nation, for us all.
As superintendent, you're always looking for avenues to approach the American people to tell the West Point story. And the Glee Club is probably the best message bearer to tell that story, not only of West Point, but the Army as a whole.
There are people that don't know what the United States Military Academy is, and I feel like when we can bring that information to people, especially through our music, which is, a beautiful representation of a lot of the military traditions, not just the West Point traditions, that is a good way to introduce people to the Academy.
In 2005, we joined members of the other 3 Service Academy Glee Clubs to do the national anthem at the Super Bowl. We've done 3 Fiesta Bowls, the first ever BCS Championship Bowl. Anytime we're featured on television, it takes me weeks to wade through the inbox of my email. I hear from people who say, "Thank you, my father served, my grandparents did this, my son is stationed in this place or that." The impact is enormous. It's quite far-reaching.
We do concerts all across the country by invitation. We do small town concerts, and those are actually the club's favorite because we actually get to interact with the public and meet a lot of the people that are just so proud of everyone serving in the military. You really see how grateful the country is.
Every concert, we go out into the lobby afterwards, and we have the opportunity to really have these meaningful conversations with people, and a lot of times we're talking to their kids who maybe one day might be interested in coming to West Point themselves.
I think a lot of cadets coming to West Point that I've talked to before who said that they saw us sing or they talked to us after a concert, and that really helped them decide that they were going to come to West Point. So I know that there's a direct connection sometimes between what we do out in public and the people that come to West Point.
Into terror, into battle, charge ahead, no, never turn.
A lot of things about the military tend to scare people, and we really put a face on all of those soldiers for them that they can relate to, that we really are like, their daughter, their niece, their son, that we, are just normal kids wanting to serve our country.
There's something magical about music, about the wonderful lyrical way in which music captures the soul. To make it really part almost of the core product that comes out of the Academy.
The big projects that we've had have been so exciting. The recording Mansions of the Lord for the Paramount feature film, We Were Soldiers. That one put us on the map in many respects because out of that, so many people came to recognize, oh yeah, the West Point Glee Club, let's get them for this project or that project.
Curtain Call, I started in 2002 basically to produce inspirational video and music pieces. And I happened to watch We Were Soldiers, And at the end of We Were Soldiers, the Glee Club sings Mansions of the Lord.
We heard from outside people the response to Mansions of the Lord. It's a truly moving song, and those that had fought in Vietnam and those that had fought in other wars through the years came back and mentioned to me the feelings, the emotions that welled up when they heard the song. It wouldn't be the same if a group out of Hollywood or somewhere else had sung it. It's just so much more meaningful coming from the cadets as part of the Army.
The pianist Marina Arsenijevich brought that project to the West Point Band and to the Glee Club. She is extremely well known throughout Eastern Europe. She's a classically trained pianist who also has written pop music that blends the folk traditions of that part of the world. She decided she wanted to do a special for PBS about diversity, and so she came to West Point, and we were privileged to present that concert in Eisenhower Hall Theater.
Good evening. I was wounded in Iraq and then helped enormously by an organization called the Wounded Warrior Project. Tonight, the Academy of Country Music's charity, Lifting Lives, Trace Adkins, and the West Point Glee Club are helping people like me through the performance you're about to see.
When we sang with Trace Adkins at the Academy of Country Music Awards, it gave a great chance to actually explain what was going on so far away up in New York, where we were making young people into leaders for our Army.
Sweet Mother Mary, we're so tired, but we can't come home.
No, we can't come home till the last shots fall.
The Glee Club carries a special message to the American public, and in their songs and in their words can tell a story that the others don't. And I think it's important that we continue the work of that Glee Club to get the story of West Point, to get the story of the American Army out there to the American people.
Come fill your glasses, fellows, and stand up in a row to singing sentimentally. We're going for to go. In the Army there's sobriety, promotions very slow. So we'll sing our reminiscences of Benny